Good afternoon, JC Middle School.
Hi.
Come on, I know you can do better than that. Dismissal is approaching. Good afternoon, JC Middle School.
Hello.
Thank you, thank you. I'm not going to take too much of your time. I know you guys are eager to transition home, but I stopped by today to share this important message with you. The name of the program that we'll be focused on today is Start With Hello. Start With Hello is a youth violence prevention program. So during our time today, we're going to learn how we can protect each other, protect our school, and protect our communities against threats. Is that cool with you guys? If that's cool with you, give me a thumbs up. Great. This program was created by an organization called Sandy Hook Promise. How many of you have heard of Sandy Hook Promise or Sandy Hook Elementary School? Most of us. For those of us that are unfamiliar, I want to share with you that Sandy Hook Elementary School is in a city called Newtown in the state of Connecticut. And on December 14, 2012, a disturbed young man came into school with a weapon and he took the lives of 26 people. There were 20 young people that lost their lives that day and there were 6 adults. So it's our hope that no other family, no other parent, no other community has to experience the same loss of life from a child as that community had to go through in December of 2012. My name is Mr. Smith, and I have one goal today. My goal today is to create a closer and more connected and inclusive community. Now, when I say community, I don't want you guys just to think that I just have to be connected when I'm in my neighborhood, or I just need to be connected when I'm at my school. I want you to embrace the fact that your community follows you wherever you go. You are a part of your own community. Therefore, I want you to take better practice in creating a more inclusive and connected community anywhere you move. That closure and connectivity that you're creating, I want that to follow you. Before I share with you how you're going to make that happen, I want to calibrate myself and make sure that I found the right school. Although my GPS did get me here, I want to ask this question just to make sure I have the right audience. So just think to yourself, have you ever felt lonely, passed over, excluded? Have you ever came to school one day and you thought you had on a very nice outfit and it was different, it was brand new, and you walked down the hallway and nobody paid attention to you, no one acknowledged you? Has anyone ever felt that way before? I know I have. And if you felt that way, I want you to understand that you are not alone. There are many people that are quietly suffering through social isolation each and every single day. Those people could be you and I. It could be our younger brothers and sisters. It can even be our older parents or even our grandparents. And when you're dealing with that social isolation and you're dealing with it just internally by yourself, it can lead to bullying, violence, and even depression. And from there, different behaviors of ourselves can start to be exposed. We can start to pull away from society. We don't want to go to school because maybe there's something that's bothering us at school and we want to remove ourselves from that situation. Maybe sometimes our family could be the reason that we remove ourselves from one another. There's even times that our eating habits can change. Maybe we're not conscious of our health. We're not going to after school activities and we're not being as active as we once were. Our grades start to lower. And ultimately, we can start to think of ways to hurt ourselves or even hurt someone else. But I think all these things can change. And the only way that they can change is if you become a part of this program. Because only you can create this connectivity that I'm talking about. Now, I know I've said a lot in just a brief few minutes since I've been here on the stage. But I want you to understand that you can create this social connection that I'm speaking of if we just follow 3 simple steps. Now, I'm going to share with you the 3 simple steps right now, just so we all know we're all on the same page. And then later on throughout my time, I want to unpack with each of those steps, meaning how it looks to you and how you can implement this in your community and reach our goal, which is social connection and inclusiveness. Now, I ask that you do me a favor. I'm going to say each step right now. When I say a step, I want you to repeat it back just so I can make sure we're on the same page. Is that cool with you guys? All right, if it's cool with you, give me a thumbs up. All right, let's try it. Step 1 is see someone alone. Step 2 is reach out and help. And lastly, step 3 is start with hello. So let's unpack step 1 now. Step 1 is see someone alone. Now, I didn't share with you guys, I have 4 small children. So every day when I get home from work, I have to do my chores, wherever my wife asks me to do. So I help cook, I take out the trash, I may take out the dog. And then as soon as I get done and I get my free time, I go downstairs, I turn on my video game, and I play Fortnite. Anybody else play Fortnite? All right. So we understand that having a little bit of alone time is okay. It's healthy. It helps us rejuvenate and recalibrate ourselves just to deal with life a little bit more. That's healthy. However, in our training today, I want you guys to focus on particular behaviors of someone that feels alone. Maybe this person seems that they're just too uncomfortable around other people. Maybe they prefer to be by themselves every single day. No matter how many times people try to interact with them and get that person to join their group, they really just push you aside and they want to be by themselves. This social isolation you may notice in a lot of public places. Places like your classrooms, maybe a large auditorium just like this, the hallways as you guys transition from class to class. It can definitely happen in the lunchroom.